The CEO Roundtable of Tanzania is pleased to present the 2017 Annual Gala Dinner. 10 years on, celebrating excellence in leadership. A commemoration of our leadership journey. From a reflection of our achievements to chartering our path to success. Tomorrow's success built on yesterday's foundation.
From the beginning, the main objective of CEO Roundtable was to create a forum through which industry leaders within the Tanzanian private sector could engage with the government, its stakeholders and development partners with a view to create a more conducive environment for business to prosper and for the country to develop. The CEO Roundtable focuses its efforts on advocacy, advisory.
One of the beautiful things which could happen in August is precisely the CEO Roundtable to come and say, we, representing private sector in this country, we have already agreed on 1, 2, 3 things which we're going to do in the next 3 years or so, exactly to take seriously the agenda of economic empowerment of women. And for that to happen, we'll need to be working together, and we are happy to find an opportunity to come back and to try to prepare that. What do you think about that? It would be beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This country has really contributed immensely for the liberation of this continent. Many of us, we know that we would never have been able to make it if we had not had the strong, unconditional support of Tanzania for the liberation of our nations. So we thought, as a very small way of recognizing and valuing this, and this Pan-African effort of bringing women together, focusing on the economy, trying to build consensus on what is our common agenda, what are our priorities, how do we move. Actually, this is a kind of a second liberation movement of our continent. We thought it is important to start it from Tanzania, as we did the political liberation. Started here. We wanted the economic liberation of women to start in Tanzania. And we'll be able to say it started in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam.
And networking. Members of the CEO Roundtable recognized that as much as there was intent on the part of the government to allow the private sector to lead the economic development process, the continuing lack of political will would prove detrimental to the private sector's active participation in the economic development of the country. Members of the CEOrt also firmly believe that economic and political reforms can only be safeguarded if the public and private sectors continue to work together in forming strategic partnerships for sustainable development of the Tanzanian economy. As a way of exercising positive influence on government policy, the CEO Roundtable took the initiative to organize regular dialogue meetings in order to identify the key obstacles to economic growth and help devise solutions to the problems. These solutions and propositions would thereafter be discussed with the government in the spirit of public-private partnership. This approach, initiated by the CEOrt leaders, resulted in significant growth of the policy forum's activities and increased private sector visibility within the government. In addition to its advocacy efforts through public-private dialogue and in line with creating a more conducive environment for business to prosper for the country's socio-economic development, members of the CEO Roundtable are also keen to ensure development happens in a sustainable manner. Therefore, in recent years, the CEORT agenda has developed to include biodiversity, ethical leadership and tackling corruption, and human capacity building. The membership of the CEO Roundtable has increased significantly throughout the years, commencing with a handful of CEOs to now representing almost 150 CEOs across the economic sectors. The organization has greatly benefited from their wealth of ideas, expertise, and leadership. This strong leadership from within the CEORT's membership has enabled the CEORT to take on some bold advocacy initiatives throughout the years. A long-standing tradition, the CEORT hosts an annual end-of-year gala, which provides an opportunity to reflect on the successes and challenges throughout the year and plans for the year ahead. The gala also provides the opportunity to award a public partner of the year for their efforts in working with the private sector throughout the year. Today, the CEORT reflects on the foundations laid throughout the last decade and lessons learned throughout this period to forge ahead towards a bright and prosperous future for all Tanzanians.